We need a Europe of investment that is much stronger. To me, that is a priority. Everything I'm saying about quantum, green techs, or even the defense sector requires much more money. We need an investment strategy with two drivers. More European public investment. We must therefore open up a phase of reinvestment, as we did during the COVID crisis, and perhaps Eurobonds focused on priorities. Again, the Estonian Prime Minister had the courage, it's a country that has a reputation of frugality, had the courage to suggest that Eurobonds should be issued for defense issues, for Ukraine. We must invest much more. And then beside that, we must also deepen the union of our capital markets. We absolutely must have a financial Europe that is much more integrated, because our continent has a lot of savings, but these savings are not circulating towards the right places, towards the right sectors. These are self-imposed blocks. If we can move forward, all 27 of us, we should. Europe must also have a more ambitious environmental agenda based on investment and innovation. We have done a lot in terms of regulation. We are the only continent that has accepted carbon neutrality and that has drawn up the rules to achieve that. But we cannot be the only ones to regulate, but also the ones who invest less. The US have decided, although they do not quite comply with World Trade rules, to over-invest in their green techs, and the Chinese are doing the same thing. If we are not careful of this, we will be the only ones who comply with the rules, and all we'll have is consumers and no industry. We must invest much more in clean techs. We must also invest much more in artificial intelligence, in semiconductors, and we must have a much more consistent and coherent strategy. We will also need to renew our social Europe. I believe we need to consolidate our model to find more sustainable jobs, to continue our consultations, to accompany and provide support in these major changes, these transformations. This echoes what I said here 6 years ago. If we want a sustainability agenda, we must invest more in climate, more in AI. We must conduct more reforms, but we must also change our own model by creating more jobs in Europe, better paid jobs. Essentially, you must help me help others to create more good jobs. A speaker was telling me, how can we have more stability in Europe? I said, very easy. Help us to give the middle classes hope. Why are all of Europe's democracies running into crises? Because the middle class is unhappy with what we're doing. It's not just the problem for political leaders, it's a problem for businesses too. We have to change our model in that revolution we are experiencing. We must create many more jobs and better paid jobs that will allow people to embrace the transition, particularly in a context where we have put a lot of money into COVID, in the COVID crisis, into businesses to support them in that transition. So we need good jobs, well-paid jobs. That is key for that social Europe. I said I wouldn't be talking too long.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.